Kurumjai, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. High tension prevails in Tafo area of Senapati district after midnight arson attacks and heavy gunfire, leaving a CRPF personnel injured. Imphal to Guwahati bus service continues for the third day, with buses returning safely from Guwahati. Ex-Chief Minister Nongthob Ambiren leaves for Delhi amid public agitation for NRC over census after summoned by central leadership. Kanglei Park based CSOs urge Kiran Rijiju to defer the census and implement NRC in Manipur. And East Bengal crowned champions of 135th Durand Cup after dressing arch rivals Mohan Bagan Super Giants by 4-1 in high voltage Kolkata Derby final. And now the top stories. High tension prevail in Tafo area of Senapati district following midnight arson attacks and heavy gunfire exchanged between two groups, leaving a central security personnel injured and bringing normal life to a grinding halt. According to reports received by SKTV News, unidentified miscreants set several houses ablaze in both Tafo, Kuki and Tafo Naga villages starting around 2:40 a.m. Among the targeted properties in Tafo Naga areas were residences belonging to Paumai Naga residents from Lai and Fuba villages situated near the 9th Manipur Rifles Battalion post in Maramai area. At least two houses were completely reduced to ashes in the fire. The arson triggered heavy crossfire between armed groups around 9:20 a.m. A 54-year-old personnel belonging to the 36th Battalion of CRPF sustained a bullet injury to his leg amid the exchange. The injured personnel was immediately evacuated to Senapati District Hospital for emergency medical treatment. The personnel later stated that the origin of the gunfire could not be determined due to heavy simultaneous firing from both sides. As the gunfight intensified, local villages, particularly Liangmai community, residing in the vicinity were seen fleeing to safer zones to escape the violence, with video footage of the displacement circulating widely on social media. In response to the arson attacks, widespread outrage erupted among local residents who staged vehement protests at Senapati Gate. Agitators burnt tires and blocked major thoroughfares, severely disrupting vehicular movement, commercial activities and daily life across the district. The situation on the ground remains volatile with simmering communal tensions. Additional state and central security forces have been rushed to the area to conduct area domination, prevent further flare-ups and restore public order. Committee on Tribal Unity, KOTU, Sadar Hills and the Ihang Bungpi Working Committee have strongly condemned the alleged midnight armed attack on Leplen village under Saikul subdivision and the pre-dawn arson attack on Tafo Kuki village in Kangpopi district, describing the incident as a sinister bid to derail the government's peace efforts in strife-torn Manipur. The two bodies alleged that the twin attacks on Kuki civilians were aimed at undermining the government's recent peace initiatives and creating fresh instability in the conflict-hit state. KOTU also vehemently condemned the alleged selective operation conducted at J. Songtung early Monday morning, alleging that the operation created widespread fear and anxiety among innocent women, children and elderly residents. The committee described the incidents as retaliatory responses to to the government of India and the current popular government in Manipur's recent action against an alleged illegal checkpoint at Namdilong, which it claimed had kept the state under siege for nearly 4 months. Calling for decisive intervention by both the centre and the state government, Kotu demanded that the operational reach of the NSCN-IM in the hill areas be curtailed and that the outfit be prevented from allegedly destabilizing the region. It further called for action against leaders of the United Naga Council UNC and the Sadar Hills District Sports Association SDSA, alleging that certain leaders were involved in perpetuating tensions by instigating and insinuating the public. Meanwhile, the Ihang Bungpi Working Committee strongly condemned the alleged midnight armed attack on Lepleng village by NSCN-IM cadres, which reportedly left a civilian injured. The committee further demanded the immediate arrest of those responsible for the alleged attack, urgent redeployment of adequate central security forces to Lepleng and Songmung villages, and equal security protection for civilians and their properties irrespective of their location or identity. Around 100 passengers who travelled from Guwahati reached ISBT bus terminus at Imphal safely on Monday afternoon as public transport services along Imphal to Manipur-Guwahati route via National Highway No. 2 continued for the third consecutive day amid tight security. Meanwhile, more than 250 passengers, including women and children, left Imphal for Dimapur and Guwahati in 5 buses and 7 winger vehicles around 1 p.m. Their departure was delayed following an unwanted incident at Tafo village in Senapati district, but timely intervention by the government and the public support prevented the situation from escalating. Adequate security personnel and road opening parties were deployed along vulnerable stretches of National Highway No. 2 to ensure safe passes. No unwanted incidents was reported during the journey from Guwahati to Imphal. Passengers welcomed the government's initiative, describing the journey as peaceful and safe, while expressing gratitude to the Naga and Kuki communities along National Highway No. 2 for their cooperation in ensuring smooth movement of vehicles. Amid widespread public agitation demanding implementation of NRC in the state, former Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren departed for New Delhi today after being summoned by central leadership. According to report by SKTV News, the former Chief Minister left Imphal International Airport aboard an Air India Express flight at 9:05 a.m. While the exact agenda of the high-level meeting remains unconfirmed, sources indicate that the visit is likely aimed at deliberating on the prevailing state situation and the public demand urging the centre to conduct NRC exercise prior to nationwide census. The development follows Biren's recent visit to the national capital last week, where he had discussions with Union Home Minister Amit Shah regarding the state's security and political landscape before returning on the 18th. Speaking to reporters earlier, Biren stated that he had apprised the Union Home Minister of the need to temporarily defer census operations in Manipur in favor of prioritizing NRC. He had also expressed optimism that the Union Home Ministry will initiate concrete action on the matter. In a parallel development, a delegation of Manipur BJP MLAs is currently camping in New Delhi to engage central leaders on the ongoing NRC demand. The delegation has already met with the Union Minister of Textiles as a part of their consultations. A delegation representing 14 CSOs and various communities, alongside Manipur government spokesperson MLA Thokchum Radhesham, held a crucial meeting with Union Minister Kiren Rijiju at his official residence in New Delhi today. The meeting, which began at 3:20 p.m., reportedly lasted for around 30 minutes. The team had been camping in the national capital for several days to press central leaders to update the National Register of Citizens (NRC) before conducting the upcoming state census. Speaking after the meeting, 14 CSO's convener Nahapum Shanta stated that they urged the minister to defer the census until illegal immigrants are identified through the NRC using 1951 as the base year. Shanta maintained that the delegation also pressed for a freeze on the delimitation exercise until Indian citizens are properly verified, adding that they submitted a formal written representation to Rijiju. According to Shanta, Kiren Rijiju listened to their grievances patiently and assured the team that he will discuss the matter with Union Home Minister Amit Shah to reach a concrete decision. Members in the delegation included Akom Lup Joint Secretary Leishang Tem Yaifaba, Irecha Kanbalup General Secretary Ladik Yengbam Bedik, Kabui Union Manipur President Dr. Hira Kabui, Kom Union Manipur President Sarto Chunghangwang Kom, All Manipur Muslim Organization Coordinating Committee President Sheikh Mohammed Jalaluddin, Rongmei Naga Youth Organization Manipur President Gaikiam Thiamai, and Manipur Ima Convener Sagol Sem Kula.
Kiren Rijiju Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister ga koi famina duna like 30 minutes kumba koi wari sanazare hariba wari sida mahak nasu adum koi gi Manipur issue si amna critical oi issue ni adu koi lagminoi ba furup sing si wa mahak na tabira kanda Union Home Minister ga tu matamda decision ama launa ba kan honari haibagi mana pawdam ma thambirei loinana akoina mongonda thamjagi basi census si yaithok piro matungda miyam na pami ba NRC implement tobinaba NRC update tobinaba haijabtare update tobinaba procedure do chathabiraga Manipur da foreigner mayam ma haibdi original Indian citizen khandokpa lei loidri fawa delimitation je freeze tawraga thamnaba wari sanabani loinana koi ngasi gi numisida foreign evening da koi BJP gi president haibtare Nitin Navin amadi atopa BJP gi maru oibo official singa phamina naba pung manga ga minute 35 da koi thorang tawduna leijari aduna Manipur miyamna Bangbiriba mateng amadi Manipur miyamgi honamal bu mai pakna ba honabada akoina su somda akoi political amadi diplomatic dialogue singse tawduna athu matamda miyamgi apamba phangnaba honamina siana sumaina tham.
Security forces have apprehended an active cadre of the proscribed Revolutionary People's Front, People's Liberation Army (RPF-PLA). Police recovered substantial cache of arms, ammunition and tactical gear across different operations in Manipur. According to statement release, a joint operation was launched by personnel of Imphal East District Police Commando and 28 Assam Rifles, acting on specific intelligence provided by the 4th Mahar Regiment. The combined team conducted an extensive search operation at the foothills of Sinam Kom, falling under the jurisdiction of Sagulmang Police Station. The search led to recovery of a 7.62 mm SLR with a magazine, a 5.56 mm Insas rifle with 2 magazines, a 9 mm pistol with a magazine, 1 pumpy gun, 1 country-made lethal weapon, 2 single-barrel rifles, 3 number 36 hand grenades, 1 2-inch mortar shell and 45 live rounds of assorted ammunition. In a separate operation, Kokching District Police Commandos apprehended an active cadre belonging to the banned RPF-PLA outfit from Kiamgai Awanglekai under the jurisdiction of Irilbung Police Station. The arrested person has been identified as Namairakpam Sanju, alias Nganba, aged 35 years, son of late Warjit, a resident of Kiamgai Awanglekai. Security personnel seized an AK series assault rifle, an SMG carbine, 9 assorted magazines, 737 live rounds of varied calibers, along with 3 bulletproof plates and 3 bulletproof jackets from his possessions. Rashtrahit Sarvopari Sangathan has urged urgent measures to protect Manipur's demographic balance, cultural identity, indigenous rights and economic interests. It warned that unchecked demographic changes could pose a threat to the state's stability and national security. In a press note issued on Monday, National Vice President M. Indrajit, also known as MM Mairaba, said the organization has placed 4 main demands, including implementation of NRC in Manipur with 1951 as the base year, granting scheduled tribe status to Meitei community in accordance with constitutional provisions, comprehensive fencing, and strengthening of international borders to curb illegal influx. It also demanded handing over management and operations of National Hydroelectric Power Corporation, in short NHPC projects, to Manipur government to ensure greater state revenue and local benefits from natural resources. The organization said the measures were necessary to safeguard indigenous heritage, strengthen national frontiers, and promote long-term peace and development in Manipur. And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Women folk of Kaishamthong Moirang Ningthou Lerak, Nambul Mapan staged a sit-in protest in their locality today, demanding an NRC update in the state before a census is conducted. During the protest, jointly organized by the Sana Janmastan Club and Lerak Ahum Maira Paibi Kaishamthong, demonstrators displayed several placards denouncing the government's plan to conduct the census before updating the Manipur NRC. Speaking on the sidelines, Moirang Ningthou Lerak Nupiluf member Kesham Nandini alleged that the government's plan to conduct the census without implementing the NRC is a conspiracy to wipe out the indigenous people of the state. She further questioned why the government is reluctant to conduct the census after identifying illegal immigrants in the state. Nandini went on to decry that the government has remained a silent spectator even as illegal immigrants are allegedly waging war against the indigenous population. She warned that the government will be held accountable for any consequences if it forcefully proceeds with the census before the NRC is updated.
NRC hana tawraga census na kona tawa pamba kaigumba census hana tawraga di akoi gi mitok khandokpa ngamaroi ba mitok sara yausalani akoi Manipur che mitok na pikthalani ba khara leraga di akoi Manipur ge indigenous people chingse loi na mutlani ba aduna akoi na mani je NRC hana tawraga census na kona tawa pamje ba.
A large number of women vendors have blocked half of the Imphal More Road in Thoubal and staged a sit-in to demand an NRC update in the state before the census is conducted. During the protest organized by the Thoubal Kaithel Phambi Apunba Ima Singh, the women vendors shouted slogans denouncing the government's decision to proceed with the census despite stiff public opposition. Speaking on the sidelines, the association's secretary, Irom Subhashini, emphasized that the public demand for an updated NRC is entirely lawful. She urged both the state and central governments to defer upcoming census operations in view of the volatile situation in Manipur, noting that similar discrepancies and disruptions have occurred in the past. Subhashini also called on legislators to respect public sentiment and act in accordance with the people's aspirations.
Manipur ge leiriba akoi ge miyamna akoi ge jab jab thengnagani adudi natadana India government amadi Manipur government na mapalom dagi changakpa niyom kaina sangai iba illegal migrant singse sigi damakta makoina saugatpa taragadi achauba ihau ama lakane haibase Manipur lengang na chu khangbiyo Manipur lengang na ngasi ma chokri ko laga leiriba ase asisu khodakta handokbiyo aduga magi chokri se kon ba thatorukpa matamdadi aikoi gi Manipur se ngasi di upul olaga leihogani.
Shiv Sena Manipur has expressed concern on the ramification of holding census exercise before updation of NRC in Manipur. The party has drawn attention to relevant authorities towards negative impact of inclusion of villages from 934 unrecognized villages during census. Speaking to media persons at his office in Babupara today, President of Shiv Sena Manipur, Moirangtem Tombi, said it will be appropriate to hold census only after identification and deportation of illegal immigrants from Manipur. He added that the demand of people is an effort to safeguard the territorial integrity of Manipur.
Sansigi manguinana vote hadagadurib electors sinsi masigi census to bukanda adugamba illegal immigrants in the auction give targadi choidana ki khoi Manipur ki hujiki leriba kanose demographically sense choidana lakaneba adugi matamduda leiriba sakasina magi mathaudu tawdab targadi madai lakpa consequence to madu political party at the time of Tanaba, Shiv Senadi Madai, the Yamkana, Yamkana hiding there.
Agricultural operations across multiple districts have ground to a halt following the disruption of water release from Loktak lift irrigation canals, in short LLI. The crisis emerged after daily wage and master role employees of the Water Resources Department (WRD) went on strike in protest against the recent government order terminating workers aged above 60 years. The agitation has led to an immediate shutdown of both main channels, the Ningthokong to Moirang and Ningthokong to Imphal canals, leaving hundreds of dependent farmers stranded without essential irrigation. Addressing the media at LLI Pump House, farmers' representative Ibrahim Newton stated that the water stoppage has hit at a critical juncture when fields urgently required water for tilling, nursery bed preparation, sowing and fertilizer application. The farming community has appealed to the state government to temporarily defer or extend the termination orders of the staff, urging authorities to immediately restore canal water flow to avert severe agricultural losses.
Tangjadrun Lowriba Lomi Sindi Kok Pudhapa Budu Oire, Maramdi, Hau Kaitapamatam, paying Bamatam, Same Bamatam, Harsai Bamatam Zida, Hariba, Department Sigi, Ladiba, daily wages, Master Roll Staff Sing Se, termination of the Tokona Maramoraga, Makogi Oiba, Pendra Bukola, strike to Moraga, Sing Tabaki Tabuksi, Kangodana, Lep Kebane, Aduga, Prazagi Maikadegi, Lomiki Maikadegi, Nasiki Panbiriba, Langaglo Singing Mafamda, Madigamengi Maikada, Apple to Zening High bus stop sing say, Gamin Gitabak on the Quina, Cutting Jabadinasa de Masi Praza Magi, Miamgi Kolauni, Matam Kara, Ekoi, Extension Pibira Kanda, Makoibu, Matam Sanawamina Raglaba, Madipiminari Bataita Mayam, Sigi Warusilama, Yamna Pazaba Levenda, Lucian Biraganda, Lomis in the Nangiba, Jojik Nangiba, Sing Pamabu Matam Sida, Sing Pangabagawa Mayona Rivasi, Kokna Banga Sigi, Panbiri Balangana, Mutang Hakpamiang, Action Mamiang in Birakanda. Prajamyam ke awabasi amutang kokan binalwa gidama ngasigi press meet che pangthok jabani.
Manipur University on Monday began a 6-day capacity building program on ethnic conflict, land resources and development in northeast India at the Department of Anthropology, attended by scholars and experts to deliberate on important challenges confronting Manipur and the northeast. Organized by the Malavia Mission Teachers Training Center, Manipur University, under the Ministry of Education, Government of India, the program will continue till August 29. Vice-Chancellor Professor R.K. Hemakumar, who attended the inaugural program as chief guest, described the theme as highly relevant to Manipur's present situation and stressed the importance of documenting the academic deliberation for future reference. Director of MMTTC Manipur University, Professor R.K. Bobon, said ethnic tensions in Northeast are closely linked to identity, land, resources, governance and development. He called for greater focus on peace building, reconciliation, equitable development and effective governance beyond a security-centered approach. Professor M.C. Arun Kumar and Professor Hobijam Vokendro also addressed the gathering, highlighting the need for evidence-based academic inquiry and diverse perspectives. During the program, scholars will discuss ethnic violence, internally displaced persons, demographic change, illegal migration, land and resources. They will also discuss federalism and autonomy, border security, India-Myanmar relations, environmental justice, cultural heritage, conflict transformation and peace building. The program will also examine the historical and cultural relationship among communities through folklore and puya traditions. The 36th Foundation Day celebration of the daily evening newspaper Paunin Khon was held today at the Usha Hall complex in Pauna Bazaar, Imphal. The event was attended by All Manipur Working Journalists Union President Ashem Bhakta, Paunil Khol editor C.H. Meghabharna and legal advisor Advocate Chongtham Roman as the main dignitaries. During the function, the Best Performance Cash Awards were presented to Kiyamba Takhelambam, Asem Chandrasekhar, Pukrambam Lamjingba and W. Inaukcha for their outstanding journalistic contributions. Addressing the gathering, Amju President Asem Bhakta praised Paunil Khon for its unwavering 36-year commitment to public service, while noting its ability to consistently publish editions despite the severe operational challenges print media faces in the modern digital era. He urged the public to actively support the evening newspaper and wished the publication continued success in delivering accurate and authentic news. Meanwhile, editor C.H. Meghabharna emphasized that journalists must play a pivotal role in uplifting and guiding society. The 11th Raising Day celebration of Armed Forces Ex-servicemen Welfare Association Thawbal was held at Sai Mandir, Thawbal Wangmataba in Thawbal district, marking 11 years of implementing various welfare initiatives for the families of ex-servicemen. The function was graced by retired Lieutenant General L. Nishikanta, retired Wing Commander A.K. Devendra, retired Colonel I.S. Chanam Singh and retired Colonel P. Gopendra as the main dignitaries. During the ceremony, the ex-servicemen shared their experiences, challenges and joys they encounter both during their service days and after retirement. Speaking at the function, retired Lieutenant General L. Nishikanta highlighted various issues currently faced by ex-servicemen in Manipur and discussed ways to resolve them. He further said that efforts are being made to establish an army recruitment center in the state similar to other states to provide better opportunities for the youths of Manipur to join the army professions. The prize distribution ceremony for statewide Meetei Mayek competition will be held on the 26th of this month at Jawaharlal Manipur Dance Academy Auditorium. The written competition was previously organized across 6 valley districts on the 2nd of this month. According to a press release by Milal Kanglepak's General Secretary, students from classes 1 to 10 took part in the contest. The ceremony was originally scheduled for the 18th, however, it was postponed due to the 48-hour general strike called by JFT. The event has now been finalized for the 26th at JNMDA Auditorium. Milal has urged all position holders and prize-winning students to attend the function without fail. And now the sports news. In Durand Cup, East Bengal FC were crowned champions of the 135th edition of the Durand Cup after commanding 4-1 victory over arch rivals Mohun Bagan Supergiant in the Kolkata Derby final at Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Kirangan Stadium yesterday. With this win, the Raid and the Goal Brigade lifted the prestigious trophy for a record 17th time. The final saw East Bengal seize early control when Manipuri forward Thaugnaujam Bipin broke the deadlock in the 10th minute to open the scoring. Atmun Landvrika then delivered a stellar performance, netting the remaining 3 goals to seal a decisive win. Mohun Bagan's lone response came from Manveer Singh, who found the back of the net in the 33rd minute. Manipuri footballers featured prominently in the high-stake clash. The championship-winning East Bengal squad included Thaugnaujam Bipin, Thaugnaujam Jackson and Boris Thangjam, while Mohun Bagan Supergiant featured Manipur's Tekcham Abhishek. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh attended the summit clash as the chief guest and presented the trophies, medals and awards to both the champions and the runners-up. Organised by the Indian Armed Forces, the 135th edition of Asia's oldest football tournament kicked off on July 23rd and featured 24 teams competing across 5 venues. National Sports Day celebration will be organised at Tamenglong College on August 27. National Sports Day is observed to mark birth anniversary of legendary hockey player and national icon Major Dhyan Chand. Making the announcement, Shanti Kamai of NSS Unit, Tamenglong College, said the National Sports Day is being organised as a part of nationwide Khelo India Samvad initiative, and it aims to bring youths, sportsperson and future leaders on a common platform. Further, Shanti appealed youths in Tamenglong to take part in National Sports Day observance at Tamenglong College.
Provide our youth an opportunity to interact with sport persons and public representatives, share their ideas and aspirations and discuss the future of Indian sports. A particularly important aspect of the program is that on 27 August, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually address more than 8 lakh young participants across 1,600 locations.
And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Centre Imphal, Manipur recorded a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was recorded at 23 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 92% in the morning and 68% in the evening today. As per report, Manipur received 0.1 millimeters of rainfall in the last 24 hours. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. High tension prevails in Tafo area of Senapati district after midnight arson attacks and heavy gunfire, leaving a CRPF personnel injured. Imphal to Guwahati bus services continue for the 3rd day, with buses returning safely from Guwahati. Ex-Chief Minister Nongthoman Biren leaves for Delhi amid public agitation for NRC over census after summoned by central leadership. Kanglei Park-based CSOs urges Kiran Rijiju to defer the census and to implement NRC in Manipur. And East Bengal crowned champions of 135th Durand Cup after tracing arch rivals Mohun Bagan Supergiant by 4-1 in high voltage Kolkata Derby final. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.